Ricey K, the Raisin Man.
Yeah, you be saying what your mom. Yeah, my nigga, I can never trust a soul. Yeah, don't need no keys, I got the password. Yeah, and I've been fucking with your main hoe. I got a big bro, the acting psycho. The booty so bad, that is my main rap. We fuck for days, but she not my girlfriend. Yeah, that must be because you need a boyfriend. Let's get it. No love pump. Nigga, you a chump. Okay, check out. My mind racing. I ain't got no time. Girl, if you fucking no, I'll give you time. Girl, like the sea. I let her fuck that mind. She said I'm all boys, so I give you this sometimes. She just a hoe. Yeah, niggas know. When she text me back, I get them little eyes. Yeah, she shake, yeah, she clap, yeah, she shake, yeah, she twerk, yeah, she up, yeah, she shake, yeah, she on my station, yeah, she twerk, yeah, she shake, on my station, yeah, she dead, yeah, she check, oh yeah, yeah, shake, yeah, check, I had a boat, nigga, this no joke. Girl, let's take a trip, little bitch, you just ain't shit. And you know I'm filthy bitch, and you just fuck filthy bitches. Might need to check your dick, trust me, still won't help for shit. And I'm out all the time, we help me calm down. With spiritual shot, and I'm ducking up bitches. But I'ma show you what's about, show you on my fucking plane. Now tell me, bitch, why you wanna play all those fucking games? Bitch, this ain't no Tetris, or no, this ain't no Sonic. And nigga, I'm this Sonic. And I'm fucking Jew. Just you with that heart. Trust me, I be doing the sniping. Bitches just staying lying. Got the lines get on my neck like a tourist. You lost all the money, shit ain't funny. You got it, said you wanna be a star. My fucking wife, but she be always choosing. This shit from out to all the shit. Yeah, I still screw. These females be foolish. Niggas be foolish. They still want that toe shit. DMT place hit ass niggas. You eat and fuck out with bitches. I just curve them like a swordfish. And I'm getting red like tofu. Silky teeth, I rat her out. Pop that pussy like a truck. She got me locked up in her house. She be trying to hide me when she runs. She got me just fucking stupid. I'm busting me, she ain't going with you. Badass bitches or some guys. Ain't no we flying in the sky. Just watch to that nigga, you say, no. Stop piling, stop piling. I ain't from this world, motherfucker, stop piling.
Oh shit, man. Shit, man. Shit. What's up with you guys? What's up with y'all? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you, man. Motherfucking man, these energies in the sky ain't shit, man. I don't even know. Like, I mean, and it's not like a bad thing, but it's kind of like, man, it's like, as of now, or in general, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit's been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, low, and not low energy, but like, man, like, shit's been like taking, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, fuck all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of low on energy, but I ain't bitching right now, you know what I'm saying? I just finished my drink, so I don't got nothing to drink right now. So I'm gonna make this quick so I can go get some real quick. But yo, check it out, right? So we got the moon it's about to be in Taurus sometime tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we as of now, you know what I'm saying, we don't want to be find a way that we're like how I say stable and practical and what like and anything we got going on in our everyday life, like make sure you know how to fixate yourself on anything you got going on that's like practical and stable and whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like however energies you want to go upon that. Let's say like you're a type of individual that likes to y'all see y'all can see my table and shit. It's kind of dirty and shit. Yeah, I got speakers and shit, got lighters. Throw that shit away. You know, I don't want that to be on the same. But yeah, we got shit going on. Man, it's all about sticking to the true individuality and the true like motherfucker like the true just being true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't never want to be not true to yourself because anytime you're not true to yourself, it's like you're already like you're not riding the wave in a way. You know what I'm saying? You want to be true to yourself because when you're true to yourself, then like at least you got backup ways and how to correspond that with the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say like you like the universe is like throwing like giving you shit that you think you can't handle. Now that will probably be the case if you're not really going to the universe like that. Like you gotta you gotta have a relationship with the universe. So you gotta know. I want to put this shit back on. I ain't gonna hold you because you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You already know I wear contacts, so sometimes when I wear them for too long, like, cause I sometimes sleep with them, but when I wear them too long, this shit like when I look at this shit, it just starts like hurting my eyes. So if you wonder why you ever see me with shades on, it's not just to look cool or anything like that. It's literally just gotta wear contacts and shit. Like sometimes when it gets dry, I like to cover it from that. So I probably shouldn't have fuck all that shit. I'm not bitching. But yeah, oh, so yeah, just know to have a relationship with the universe. You know what I'm saying? The universe. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the relationship with the universe, that you can correspond that with anything in life. However, you got going on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you always true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm wait. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm gonna go deep. I'm wait till 12 minutes and shit like that. So shit like that. Fuck, man. I probably should. I need some. Cause it ain't gonna. This might be like maybe 20, 30 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause I got nothing to drink. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna hold you. Make this a little quick. But check it out, right? So, and then with that being said, like when y'all get ready for the moon to be in Taurus and shit like that, make sure y'all already have something y'all got going on. Like let's say you already got like you're in a job and you already got like your business going on and like blossoming or whatever like that. At least have a plan when you're doing that. Like at least do something like at least like put that to your creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like your creative like anything you got going on that's creative in your life. Because when you do that, at least you got shit that you know that you can correspond that to and manipulate that with the universe. So at least you know you have a relationship like you have a relationship like that. Like do something that can help you with your job. Do some I'm not job with your creativity. So do something that can help you with anything that you do that can what I'm saying, put it out in the universe and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like when you do that, like you'll always receive the benefits in a whole totality. Like you'll always receive the 1-2 out of something in anything. You know what I'm saying? Like at least when you're doing that, you know that you're on the right track. You know what I'm saying? You're not just letting the job use you for your like bills and your phone bills and shit like that. Whew, man. But yeah, so it's like so get with the program, right? So do what you gotta do. I ain't gonna hold you. Like do what you gotta do, because like when you do that, like at least you got like um at least you got like ways on how you can like how I say this. I'm trying to think. At least you got ways on how you can uh be out there. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't always want to be out there and be like to be a star, you gotta be good at what you got going on. So you gotta be good at anything you got going on, be a star at that. You know what I'm saying? So you can be doing you can be a female doing hair, be a star at that. You can be a nigga playing basketball, be a star at that. You can be someone that makes music, be a star at that. You can be an actor, actress, be a star at that. So it's like at least you got something that you're like the face of that, and in the whole totality and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what we want to do. Hold on, give me a second. Shit, had to shut that shit off. Getting a little too hot. But yeah, so be a star at that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a star at that, at least now you're knowing that like just you being a star at that is now you got some ways and how you can uh like do something like have something have a product, you know what I'm saying, like so and then it'll be even better if you're good at multiple shit, like if you're good at multiple shit, like anywhere between, you know what I'm saying, I can't really go deep on whatever, but you know what I mean when you get at a lot of when I say multiple shit, I'm not just talking about like two or three. I'm talking about you got a lot of other shit. So that's like the whole point. You want to be good like that. So like when you got other shit going on and you're already like riding the wave and shit like that. We not even told me, man, what the fuck, bro? I feel like let me not talk. But yeah, we almost dead up. But yeah, with that being said, it's like, hey man, ride that shit, ride that wave. You know what I'm saying? Like do whatever you got going on, do it and do it to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? Don't never let like, you know what I'm saying, just do shit to the best of your ability and shit like that. And that's kind of what we want to like. That's kind of the whole point of being down here. Just do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta like man, own that shit. Like do it like man, like you know what I'm saying? Like do it. Just don't be scared. Just like Nike, how you know Nike, they be like, just do it. Man, just flew it. You know what I'm saying? Just fly it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the do it, nigga. Just fly it. You know what I'm saying? Because you fly it, then you're using it, and when you use it, then you realize it's a tool. And when you know what I'm saying, so you're playing with that. We told many times. All right, check it out, right? So it's kind of like so in this whole little thing, right? I think I named the title "Wishing on a Star" and shit like that, and that's you know what I'm saying. It's kind of upon this little topic. The whole point, right? You want to like anything you got going on that you know that you're gifted at, keep it like that, right? Now, when I say keep it like that, I'm saying, and I might change the title, "Wish on the Star." It's going to be the same, but check it out. Keep it like that, right? Anything you got going on that's a gift, and you know it's a gift, right? Know that, like, know it's a gift, and know that you can always come back, and you can always do it even better and better and better and better and shit like that. And it's like when I say even better, I'm talking about in your mind habit that you're always getting better. You know you don't give a fuck about the external, how the external is looking like and shit like that. You can do you can do it. You can be doing anything and shit like that as long as you know that's a gift for you. Like if it was a talent, you gotta work to the extreme. You put your blood, sweat, and tears and shit like that. You and it still wouldn't be perfect. Whatever it is you're doing, you still wouldn't find it perfect because you just think that you have way so much more to offer. Whew. But it's like you have a lot. You have infinite amount of like abilities and shit like that. But you gotta be aware of the ones you want to, the certain ones you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're just you using the infinite amount of abilities and shit like that, you're kind of lost in the way of just and it's not being lost when you're in these type of ways of feeling. It's kind of like when you're in the infinite amount of ways of feeling abilities and shit like that. It's because it's kind of like you want to be able to harness at least one of them. It's kind of like if your moon wasn't an air sign. This is an example. You know how air signs like tend to like when they on their mind be a lot of shit, right? And they try to bring it down to reality and express it in the physical. You know what I'm saying? But they got another thought and another one is like, oh shit, and they don't even know which one to go for, and it's like gets crazy. But like if they're high octave, then they actually know what they're doing. Like they just use these like tools and bitches and shit like that. Now it's kind of take that to this concept, like when you have the ability, you have the infinite amount of abilities. You have that in your arsenal, your back pocket. You already know you have that shit. Now, when you do it, at least be aware on which one you're using, like which form you're using. You know what I'm saying? Because you created these forms eons ago. You know what I'm saying? And you got way more broader forms than that. But you got to be aware on which one you want to be able to use. Because when you're like that, then at least you're in a space of knowing that, okay, so if anyone I do choose to use, at least I know how it's going to be cater to my gifts and talents and shit like that. Now, gifts and talents is a good thing. Now, straight up talent, now that's something else because that's something like that's some shit that like motherfuckers like family or like push you to do like Cletus go, Cletus go. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. If you're a homeboy, yo, Cletus go, Cletus go. You know what I'm saying? They push you to you do it football, track, sports, and shit like anything like that. It's like they push you. It's like you and it's like a talent because you're already doing it, and then you know what I'm saying. And then if you're female, you do whatever it is you do in a spare time, like you and then like you know what I'm saying. You went to college and shit like that. Yes, yes, bitch, yes, bitch. You know what I'm saying. All that shit. It's like they push you to do it to do something that maybe out of your comfort zone, but you do it because you got family and friends and associates supporting that actual idea, that concept, and you may very well know that you're way more than that. You know what I'm saying? You got way more uh abilities, shit you want to express out to the everyday world and shit like that. But you may not have a proper way in how to go upon that because of shit like you know what I'm saying, family and when you do shadow work, you come to the conclusion that it's not always their fault because that's how they were raised. That's how their mind was brought up and shit like that. At least have it. At least have the concept of knowing that when you do shadow work, you know all your chakras. You know what I'm saying. You're aware of all these, and you know the ones you're supposed to let go. You know the ones you're supposed to leave within. You know the ones you're supposed to express. You know the ones that you were in the wrong. You know the ones that where you take spiritual responsibility. You can see my headphone, my shit too. This is my you know what? It's yeah. I thought it was in the video. I don't know why. Fuck all that. But yeah, so it's kind of like yeah. So it's kind of you're in that space. So it's like you already you already like you know what I'm saying. I kind of lost my point. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, you said yeah. So it's kind of you're already in that space. So you're already like in the space of like doubting yourself. But like when you do shadow work, you come to the conclusion that you are like you take responsibility for this because it would never happen if you believes that thought and feeling. You know what I'm saying? And our superpowers is faith, belief, and imagination. It's see it is your fault that you had faith in what they thought about that. You know, say it's your fault that you believed in what they thought about you. It is your fault that you imagined that what they thought about you because that's a creature. That's something you created in the spiritual realm, and that's like a stargate. And your whole life is based upon that one fixated way and how to see shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you're gonna be lost in like shit like that, at least like man, at least use it for your creativity, like you know what I'm saying? And like, cause these aren't a bad thing. Like, I ain't gonna say college. I ain't saying college is a bad thing if you're a female. Or no, this is an example. Or I ain't saying football, basketball is a bad thing if you're a male and shit like that. I'm just saying, like, if you whatever it is you use these things for, right? And then, and like, you're doing it for, you know what I'm saying? And like, as long as you got it for your actual gifts, you know what I'm saying? So then you can actually transmute that energy into a gift and talent. Cause then you kind of finally made it into a gift and talent because now you're using your actual abilities like you know what I'm saying, like your actual abilities for whatever you're doing, like you're using that talent for your gift. So now whatever you're putting your blood, sweat in, this can go for a job too. Whatever you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears in, like put like you're talented at that, like at a job, whatever what you're doing, it eventually turns into a gift because then you're in a space where you have you look at your little things you did in that area when you were in those spaces as a spirit, right? And it may not even have anything to do with the job. It may just be a way of thinking, and then you're gifted on thinking like that. So whenever you're at a job, you don't feel like you're at a job. You don't feel like you're at work. You feel like you're at the beach. You feel like you're at Disney World. You feel like you know what I'm saying. You're at Cocoa Keys. You feel like you know what I'm saying. You're at all these places. What's these places? Water Country. You know what I'm saying. You feel like you're in all Six Flags. You know what I'm saying. You feel like you're in all these places. So nothing matters at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you do that shit, it's kind of like you train your mind. You're gifted at that. So then that job no longer becomes a talent on flipping burgers or taking people's food when they or whatever you do, or you can be anything, right? So it starts to be fun, and then you actually use that for your actual gifts, and that's the whole point. So it's kind of like always be in a state where you're gifted. You're not talented, because when you're gifted, that's what God. That's the abilities God gave you to experience down here. That's kind of like one of the many reasons on why you came down here to because to be God's child and to express all your your God given gifts. You know what I'm saying? And something that you have. It's something that's in you, not on you, right? When it's in you, you know how to do it again and again and again and again, right? So it's like that's a gift. So be able to do that. Like y'all, like a lot of times we like we forget that like we are the creators. You know what I'm saying? So like when you remember you're the creator, you know that you're creating these experiences, you're creating these opportunities, whatever you want to call it. You're creating all these substantial, what's that word? Substantious, whatever you call it. But you create all these substance. You know what I'm saying? You doing this. You're directing this. Like you know how in the motherfucking court, whatever band, where they be talking about, the motherfucker be doing this and directing all the instruments. Like your cat's kind of like you. You're directing all your minds, your thoughts, your feelings, your men, your woman. You're directing on how they move, and you gotta treat them like as is. Like you know what I'm saying. Treat them like because you know what I'm saying. Like treat them like, and you got spirits within you too, and that follows you to this form you're currently in right now. So you gotta lead by example. You gotta do what you gotta do to help them, and not and some of them be flunked out. Some you know what I'm saying. Some they be fucking like the men and women within you be fucking and having like fucked up children. You gotta be able to kill all them first sons and daughters, because you can kill that, then like they can be in better spaces when they're in those type of, you know what I'm saying, and when they're in those better spaces, they actually give birth to actual real children. You know, like you know what I'm saying, some goddess children type shit, because you went down there and showed them you gave them new expressive ways of how to come across with God knowledge. You know what I'm saying? God wisdom. You know what I'm saying? God vessel. You know what I'm saying? You came down there and created new substantious. I don't know why I can't think of that word. Substantious ways on how to correspond how they move now. You know what I'm saying? So all your people, whatever they be, teachers, scientists, whatever, right? They got better ways on how to do whatever it is they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to choose the best ones at those. You know what I'm saying? The best ones, whatever, like the ones that be helping these cats out. So like they get like the best ones get the information from you. You get your information from God. So you're just giving them game. So then so whatever they used to tell them, it's like they help them their little community out. It's not little, but I'm just saying that because this words point to shit. They're helping their little community out. Then you help this one. They help their community out. And then you just kind of like it's like you the way. So it's like you just start like moving and shit, and then you start developing better thoughts and feelings, better mind states when you go to sleep, when they dream, or when you affect them or whatever like that. Make sure you don't want to affect them. Like you don't want to like haunt them. You know what I'm saying? Like because like and haunting them is like when you carry it when you have a like a heavy mind, like a heavy way of thinking, right? And however you were thinking in this form, right? It's kind of like you kind of wore out certain uh, uh, forms. You know what I'm saying? You kind of wore out certain forms that you used to even go down there, and like when you do that, like that's kind of like haunting them because then you affect them. Then they start like then they it's like they don't know what the fuck is this is. All they know is it's like blackness. It's too much color. It's like when you're already a way a certain way of thinking, and you got your solar plexus mixed with your crown chakra mixed with your throat chakra mixed with all these everything. Also, and it's not just seven chakras. You have an infinite amount. Like remember what I said? Your infinite amount of abilities and shit like that, possibilities, all that shit. It was all each of those are chakras and shit like that. And words just point to these things, but there's something else. But these words help let you know that that's what it is. So when you mix all these motherfuckers together and you're not direct, then it becomes black. You know what I'm saying? It's no more color. I mean, it's just the color becomes black. So when you affect a certain one of these one, and when it gets to that state, you're not even aware of which one you're affecting. So you just go to a random ass person within you, and then they get all that. And then they start killing motherfuckers. They start going insane. They start doing all types of crazy ass shit, flunked out shit. And that's when you know in this 3D realm, you were paying attention. You were paying attention to too many things. So it's either you probably won't dream, or the second you start haunting these people within you by accident, by default, just because the way you were thinking and shit like that. So at least you want to make sure when you do dream, or not it's not even about dreaming and shit, like, because it's all so spiritual realm, esoteric realm, whatever you want to call it. You want to make sure when you do rest these forms, rest these chakras and shit like that, you want to have a other forms. You know how to fly out this world, out this universe, whatever you want to call it, out this fucked up mind. This ain't the only world out here. But you want to make sure you take your Holy Ghost and you fly that outside. It's your spaceship. You fly that out. And then you can have other ways, and you can have broader ways how to think, and you can feel it. You can bring it down here. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And it's like you're really not going anywhere. It's all within you. But it's like, since you are this is the cross. You are the Bible. This is, you know what I'm saying. This is the testimony. This is the shit, right? So, and it ain't shit, but you know what I'm trying to say. So this is it, right? It's like you're just doing it within you. You know what I'm saying? And we all, because since we're honest in the spiritual and the mind body, right? Since we were all correlated and fucking and shit like that, and it became physical down here. That's it's like we share worlds. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say teamwork makes the dream work. Because it's all about sharing and connecting and vibing and shit like that. And when you do that out there, it plays out. It's like wherever you go out in the spiritual realm, it's like you're always looking at a different perspective of you. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But yeah, I don't want to lose. I don't want to go that deep. But I was trying to. That's kind of what it kind of correlates to the gifts. You know what I'm saying? And having shit to help you out with your. I'm not to help you out, but having shit to help you with your talent, just so that certain talent can turn into a gift. So you know that you don't put your blood, sweat, and tears into nothing in life. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to come down here and stress out and work hard. Like, that's not the whole point. Like that's some demonic shit. Stressing out, uh, uh, waiting on shit, working hard. All that shit is demonic shit. You want to be in spaces where you know what the fuck is going on. You're in control of this shit. You're doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in that space, now you're in a space of actual all possibilities, because you're more like nothing. When you're more like nothing, that's how you're closer to God. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're in that space, you already know that, you know what I'm saying, God is with you. God's like it's like flying with you everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? No matter where. So only thing you can do is bring something new down here. The only thing you can do is to be godly or whatever. Even if you want to be a demon, you wouldn't even be looked at it. You wouldn't even be looked at as a demon. You would be looked at as like some angelic demon. But however you were that was demonic, the reason you were demonic was valid. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will see that as okay, but that made sense because that motherfucker was flunked out anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be on your side, and even if they're not on your side, it'll be in a thought in their mind that they wouldn't even add energy into that, whatever you did. Like, they respect game and move along. You know what I'm saying? And that's something on its own. That's some other shit that you're already accumulated in the spiritual realm, because that's kind of like some respect shit you're doing. And like like, you're cool. That means you're cool anywhere in the spiritual realm. Like, wherever you go, motherfuckers fuck with you. So it's like you're creating vibes like that. You're creating action like worlds like that. You know what I'm saying? And by default, anytime you connect with somebody, even if you're not even connecting with them, they could be in the other room. You could be right here. Y'all still sharing worlds just because y'all already in the same space. Now it's space within space. You can be in a hotel and someone can be upstairs, someone can be downstairs, someone can be right, someone can be left. Now, there's no such thing as actual up, down, left, right. It's just space. So you're just in a space and we create the concept of up, down, left, right. Now check it out, right? When you got motherfuckers in the left, motherfucker in the right, motherfucker up, motherfucking down, y'all think about it, y'all still you may not even know how that person looks, but you know how that creature looks. You know how their golem looks. You know how their spaceship looks. You know how what I'm saying. You know how that looks. So however you're doing your shit one two, like you can be watching TV. You can be on your phone. You can be on your laptop. So you can be reading a book. You know what I'm saying. You can be doing painting, whatever. So you can be sleeping, whatever you're doing, right? You're always gonna be y'all always gonna be sharing minds. Like it's like y'all all gonna be still like y'all all still doing something up there. Y'all still like fucking up there. So it's like whatever you're doing, y'all still creating shit. That's why sometimes you can feel like depressed and sad in a hotel, or you can feel like, man, I don't even want to be here no more. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's why hotel foods be expensive for no reason. That's why hotel shit like it be, you know what I'm saying? It be flunked out. Hotels be flunked. They got other spirits going on there because people mostly there just to fucking shit like that. So it's like they're already in certain mind states. So when you're there too, it's kind of like y'all just fuming that mind state, and then y'all just doing it, and it's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it ain't even like a bad thing, but it's kind of like a thing of just understanding that, oh, okay, well, these are humans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't really think too hard about that. Like when you start thinking too hard, that's when you know you're in the wrong, because you even come into the concept of thinking too hard. You're already in space of trying to understand. You're never gonna understand something thinking too hard. God makes something simple for you, then you can go deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of when you make it simple, then you go deep. The simple is already the fact. The going deep is just you coming with more knowledge and how you can uh put that how I say that, what's that word I'm looking for? How you can not what's that word? Damn, how you can see that in your everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Like how so you can actually see that concept on your everyday life, and it's making sense now. So you don't even have to second guess and second think something. Like it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But yeah, yeah, but I'm not gonna go for too long today. I ain't gonna hold you, like, you know what I'm saying. I was, yeah, I'm still trying to get some energy, still trying to rest and shit. I still need a motherfucking drink. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you. I really need something to drink, but what time? 30. I'll probably go to 35. So 2 more minutes. But motherfucker, it's all about spirituality, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? The moon's gonna be in Taurus. So whatever it is you're doing, get situated. You know what I'm saying? Even if it like find out if it could be a person, place, things, place with a situation, uh, or it can be all be in the mind. Like just have something that you're fixated on. Just you can create that you can situate yourself in. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look selfish, not selfish, but even if you look too not really, I guess selfish is the right word. Even if you look too selfish and shit like that, man, find a way how you can actually put that out in the world, and find a way in how you can actually like ground yourself, and don't always be in and out in the mind bodies and shit like that. Be realistic sometimes too. Be with it. Be, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're always up there, then like you're already in a space of trying to. And if you shouldn't even be up there, you shouldn't be in that type of thinking, way of feeling, shit like that. If you're not gonna bring it down to reality, you know what I'm saying. So it's all about, that's what this moon and Taurus is gonna be about. You know what I'm saying. It's gonna be like how you can bring shit to reality, how you can bring make shit grounded and situated and shit like that. And if you are going to be out in the everyday, out and about in the everyday life, you know what I'm saying, have a product you're doing that's consistent at, that you're consistent at for after once the moon hits Taurus, it's gonna be in there for 2 days or two and a half days, 2 days and a half, whatever, something like that, 2 days and a half, right? do something that you're understand you're getting grounded, practical with doing shit like that, motherfucking do your motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, check it out. Just Rock Star Pod. I'm out in this motherfucker. I love and appreciate all y'all. And we out. And I'll see y'all next time in this motherfucker.